Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. Thank you so much for coming by. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about everything that has happened with Proposition 22. We're also celebrating that Proposition 22 has passed to keep Uber and Lyft drivers independent, not only in California, but also in every other single state as well, because this proposition didn't pass. Other states and other governors have already said that they were gonna do the same thing over there. So this is a huge win for drivers. Basically, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, gig workers, independent contractors, DoorDash, every single app, Instacart, Amazon, like whatever, can remain independent contractors and don't have to work on a set schedule or a set shift and for a minimum wage. So I went out and voted, and I did 100% vote yes on Proposition 22. No, I have not been paid to promote Proposition 22. I know some people thought I was, but I totally wasn't. I just really think that drivers and gig workers deserve to be able to work when and wherever you want and sign off and sign on. And you know, if you like, for me, the whole reason I signed up to drive for Uber and Lyft in the first place was because I needed to pay off $5,000 in credit card debt. Did I want to sign up to be an Uber driver employee and go through an interview and that's all I want? No, I had two other jobs and I wanted to do Uber and Lyft at, you know, when I felt energetic, really. That's basically what it came down to. So I think this is a huge win. I'm gonna break down what this means going forward. There's a new earnings model that I'm going to be talking about that I did talk about in a previous video, but there are some new updates. I'm going to go over Uber's announcement and also basically, is this enough to keep Uber and Lyft drivers independent contractors forever, or is the government, what's the government going to do? That's what we're going to be looking at today. So this is a more in-depth video. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible, but yes, this is a huge victory. If you like making money, please thumbs up this video. If you're happy that this passed, give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And also, by the way, guys, I know I haven't posted on this channel a lot in the past couple weeks or so. I've been kind of inactive. It's because I've been posting on my second channel. I just started a new second channel called The Finance Hub, where I talk about money. I talk about different ways to make money. I still talk about Uber and Lyft over there, but focusing on money. I also break down my personal income. I'm gonna break down my net worth. I basically talk about credit cards, getting out of debt, real estate, stocks, everything. Stimulus updates too. So if you could do me one favor, go over there, subscribe to my second channel called The Finance Hub. And once you subscribe to that channel, comment done down below, and I'm gonna heart your comment and give you a shout out. So thank you all so much for that. I would really appreciate that. All right, now let's get into this Prop 22, break it down. What does this mean for drivers going forward? So here we have it, guys. I just wanted to bring this up. This is on Proposition 22, app drivers, not employees. Again, guys, this was just in California that got passed on November 3rd, November 4th, the morning of, the next day after the election. But the reason why this is important nationwide, and again, I already said this, but I want to reiterate this, is that this is a huge landmark proposition that actually excludes Uber, Lyft, and all these other gig companies from the law. There's already a law in place called AB 5, which it doesn't directly target. I mean, it kind of does target Uber and Lyft, but this Prop 22 is excluding them from that law. Over 11 million people voted, and 58.42% voted yes, and 41.58% voted no. I mean, I'm actually surprised a lot of people voted no. And again, this was open to the public, not just Uber and Lyft drivers. Anybody could vote for this. You know, your grandma, your cousin Larry, your neighbor Billy could go and vote for this. So let's see what the vote means. This is the actual initiative. So let's take a look. Considers app-based drivers to be independent contractors and enacts several labor policies related to app-based companies. A yes vote. Supports this ballot initiative to define app-based transportation delivery drivers as independent contractors and adopt labor and wage policies specific to app-based drivers and companies. Blah, 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 blah. Boring, right? Basically, all it means is that drivers can still remain independent contractors and not have to become employees. But one thing that Uber did to incentivize drivers to vote yes and for other people to vote yes is they created something called an earnings guarantee. They also added health benefits. They also added occupational accident insurance. You can get all these benefits while still remaining, excuse me, an independent contractor. So I think what Uber, and I already, you know, I watched the interview that Uber CEO had. Basically, he wants to just create this third type of worker, an independent contractor with some benefits that, you know, help people, like these health benefits. So we're gonna get into that. So basically what they did, it's like we get to reap the benefits of the government kind of stepping in, because Uber and Lyft and all these gig companies are like, okay, let's take some of those benefits that employees have, like that employee model have. Again, Uber and Lyft have always said employee model doesn't work for us. We can't do set schedules, we can't do set shifts, we can't do W-2. We're gonna have to raise the prices for passengers, and there's gonna be longer wait times. We're gonna have to cut 70 to 80% of drivers. They want to just add in like a minimum wage, at least, you know, plus these health benefits, and plus the occupational accident insurance. So let's really quickly look at this announcement. This is what Uber, this is the official announcement. Uber goes, the results of Prop 22, where we go from here. Uber says, thank you. Dylan, I'm pleased to share the news that California voters passed Proposition 22. With this vote, drivers and delivery people will get what so many of you have been asking for: access to benefits and protections while maintaining the flexibility and independence you want and deserve. The future of independent work is more secure because so many drivers like you spoke up and made your voice heard, and voters across the state listened. That was me. I did vote yes on Prop 22, guys. Your voice is what mattered most. Thank you. We're looking forward to bringing you these new benefits like healthcare contributions and occupational accident insurance as soon as possible. We'll be back in touch in the next few weeks with more details about what to expect and how to enroll in and make the most of these new benefits. Thank you again for all that you do, for continuing to serve our communities, for bearing with all the recent uncertainty, and for being the driving force behind a better future for independent work right here in California. It says signed off from Dara Khosrowshahi, CEO of Uber. Now, let's take a look at this earnings guarantee, right? This is what they use to basically incentivize, or I don't want to call it bribe because it's not really bribe, but they're basically incentivizing you to vote yes on Prop 22. This is the new model, guys. And by the way, now that this is passed, Uber CEO, so he said in a recent interview that he's looking to take this model nationwide. So this actually could happen nationwide. So even if you're not in California, this is like a big step in showing that this could be the new way of working, right? Like every Uber driver could have access to all these benefits and this earning guarantee. And by the way, at first I was pretty skeptical about this earnings guarantee, but it actually looks pretty legit the more I look into it, right? This is what the earnings guarantee is. This is basically what they promised to Uber drivers, that this, if you vote yes on Prop 22, this is what you're voting for. It's a combination of an independent contractor with some benefits. This is the minimum wage earnings guarantee. They call it a minimum earnings. So if you earn less than the guarantee of minimum wage over 2 weeks, Uber will pay you the difference. This earnings guarantee includes 30 cents per mile to account for your expenses such as gas and vehicle wear and tear. No upper limit. They're not gonna, you know, if you make more than that, great, keep it. If you make less, we'll cover the difference. Now, this is really important, right? Tips are on top. Why is that important? Because usually when you calculate your earnings, you go back into your week, you know, you take the final number, whatever, it's 600 bucks, 650, let's say it's 600 bucks. You drove 30 hours. You go, okay, I made 20 bucks an hour, but you're including tips in that, right? Let's say $100 of that is tips. So you made 500 bucks, you actually made 25 an hour. So basically what I'm saying is that they're guaranteeing that you're gonna be making this amount. It comes out in LA to, I don't wanna, well, I'll bore you with the math. You guys are nerds, right? No, I'm just kidding. You guys wanna know the details. Let's go into the details. 30 cents a mile plus 1.2 times the minimum wage in your area times hours. So for example, somebody in LA driving 2 weeks, They're driving for 500 miles. They drive 20 hours. The minimum wage is 13 bucks an hour in LA. 30 cents times 500 miles, 150 bucks, plus the 1.2 times 13 times 20 hours is $312. Comes out to 462 bucks. Now, you get to add tips on top of that. Your tips are not included in that amount. So that basically comes out to $23.10 an hour plus tips. So if you're making $5-10 bucks an hour in tips, it's more like looking at 28 to 33 bucks an hour, which honestly that's your guaranteed amount. Now the only downside is that it's only on route to pick up and on trips only, so you don't get paid in between rides. But hey, I mean, honestly, I kind of like the fact that you don't have to accept every single trip. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're given, right? We're given these things. Since yes on Prop 22 passed, you can still work when and where you want. There's no upper limit on what you can earn. You can work multiple apps. You don't have to accept all trips, and there is no limited number of drivers on the platform. So if Prop 22 did not pass, they would control where and when you worked. There would be an upper limit on how much you can earn. You would have to only stick to one app. You would have to accept all trips, and there would only be 20 to 30% of drivers. So I think the fact that they lay this out very simple like this, incentivize people to work. Now really quickly, now that you got all that, let's go over the health benefits, right? I think the health benefits is super important for somebody like myself, who I don't have a W-2 job, right? I don't have a company that's paying for my health benefits, for my health care. But something that so I have Kaiser Permanente. I'll tell you exactly my healthcare plan. Who cares, right? I'm sure a lot of people are in this similar situation, or if you don't have healthcare, I know I was like, where the heck do you find healthcare? Where do you get health insurance if you don't have a company that's like providing it for you? So I basically called up Kaiser Permanente, and they said you can, if you have, based on your income, you can go through Covered California. That could be an option to look into. Go through Covered California. They're gonna, basically it's a government program in California. I'm sure every single state has their own program as well. Just literally, they're super great. Like these healthcare companies, they're super great. Just call them up and ask them questions. They'll usually point you in the right direction. Ask if there's a government assistant program to get a discount on healthcare. And yes, so it comes out for me, I pay $157 per month. So why is that perfect? Because look at this. This is what Uber just introduced. This is gonna come in a couple weeks in California and potentially nationwide. They go, if you drive or deliver an average of 15 hours a week, you're eligible for at least $150 a month for healthcare and medical costs. So simply driving 15 hours a week, I would be getting literally free healthcare. Boom. And the way my plan is set up, like I have one of the actually nicer plans where I think I don't have, like if I don't know, if I have a serious like thing and I need to be in the hospital or whatever, like I have a cap on, like my deductible is no more than like $5,000 a year or something. Pretty sure, I don't know. I basically got like a more expensive plan, so that way if I ever get like, I don't know, super sick or whatever, like I will never owe like 50 grand in debt, like in medical bills, because I'm paying for my like higher insurance costs. Some of them are cheaper, some of them are only like $100 a month, so, and some of them are more. I think I have like the middle tier, so I mean, but like somebody who's driving 25 hours a week, you could get the top tier in $300 a month. So like if I were to drive 25 hours a week, I would bump up my insurance plan if they're gonna actually cover it. So that's pretty great. Other than that, the other thing is that they're going to be giving out occupational accident insurance, cover medical bills if you're injured while driving or delivering. Again, guys, this is in California, but again, this could be coming nationwide, so stay tuned. Anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. Please thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Again, I think this is a huge win. I'm celebrating that we won yes on 22. Like, I'm pumped, I'm stoked. And also, if you would please do me a favor and check out my second YouTube channel, The Finance Hub. I'm gonna be way more active on there. I'm just popping in right now, here and there, to give you guys these updates. But over there, I'm gonna be making daily videos, at least every other day, over there talking about money and finance. I'm super excited about that channel. So if you would go over there and check it out, it would make my dream come true. Comment done after you subscribe to the Finance Hub on this video. I'll heart your comment, shout you out. Thank you again so much for watching today's video, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.